Congratulations, you have finally decided that you are ready to take the plunge and move to beautiful, sunny Florida. But then you stop and think about how many trips you're going to have to take down here and how much money you're going to spend just finding the house you want. And it's an overwhelming feeling. Don't worry, I've got you covered. I'm going to teach you the 5 steps today to buying a home long distance. Hi, my name is Lee Johnson. I'm with Brownfield Real Estate Group, and I specialize in working with clients that are buying long distance. I have moved a number of times myself, and I understand the challenges that can be in your way to finding the perfect home. Step number 1 is doing your research. Get on your favorite real estate channel and do some research. Learn about how much you can afford per square foot, how big a house you want. Do you want to be in the city or do you want to be in a little more suburban type of feeling? Do you want a great big house? Do you want a planned community? What can you really afford? Once you have an idea, you're not looking for the perfect house. You're looking for what your money can buy you and what looks good on a website. That's all. Because those websites can be deceiving, and what you really need is step number 2, which is a good realtor to be on your side. There are a lot of ways to find that realtor, whether you're on your favorite real estate website or you're on YouTube or maybe even Facebook, or you've called your local realtor and asked them for a recommendation. There's lots of ways to find realtors, but how do you know they're the right realtor for you? The first thing will be to talk to them and make sure that it's a good connection. Do you really feel like they're hearing you and they understand on what you're saying and what you're looking for? A good personality connection is a great way to start the relationship, because that realtor has to have experience, but you also have to feel comfortable with them. So once you have found a realtor that you think might work, do they answer the phone quickly, or at least do they respond quickly via email or text or phone call or even a video chat? Those will be important to you. Do you feel like they really know the area that you're interested in? Can they help you not only learn about the neighborhoods and the houses, but can they tell you where the local restaurants are, where to find information on schools and churches and all the other activities that you might be interested in? Realtors can't necessarily tell you whether a school is A-rated, but they can tell you the website to look at to see what the ratings are on the local schools. The same is true about crime websites, and different websites for restaurants and activities and things going on in the area. In the resource department, you want your realtor to have lots of professionals in their back pocket for you. Can they connect you with a lender, an inspector, an appraiser, a title company? And then once you have your house purchased, can they help you find somebody who's going to help you fix it up so it's exactly what you want? Step number 3 is to narrow it down. Start asking yourself really specific questions on what you want. Do you want a planned community? Do you want a house that doesn't have any restrictions on what you can do with your yard or your home? In Florida, it's important to ask how close you want the water. Do you want to be beachside, or do you want to just be accessible to the beach? Are you happy just simply being in Florida and you don't really care about the water? Another important question to ask down here right now is, do you want a resale home or do you want a new build? A realtor can be very helpful in either scenario. There are dozens of new builders down here. So a good realtor will help you not only pick the right builder for you, but help walk you through step by step to make sure that your best interests are being represented as you're talking to the builder's agent. Step number 4 is putting together the best offer. You're going to rely on your agent a lot in this department since you haven't been down here to really get to know the area well. Is it a buyer's market or a seller's market? Is there a situations where you have lots of homes from which to choose? Or do you have to put your absolute best foot forward on the very first house that you fall in love with? You're going to want to work with your agent to come up with a detailed property evaluation so that you have all the information you need to put together your best offer. Then that agent is going to help you put together your offer and walk you through the closing process, assuming you get that offer accepted, and make sure that you understand every step along the way and what needs to happen. Speaking of steps, is step number 5. You want to be down here for the inspection. The inspection is a very important part of your home purchase, whether you're buying new or used. And this is the time you want to finally make sure that you've got your plane tickets booked and you're ready to come down and join us and see your new home. In Florida, you will have a time period in which to do your inspection and determine whether or not this house is going to work for you, whether it's through the negotiation or you just walk in and the house doesn't feel right to you. You have that inspection time period to simply walk away and start all over again if you need to, and get your money back from escrow with no problems. But you have to be down here to make that decision. Assuming that everything goes really well with the inspection, now you're down here and you can really start to get to know the area. Look at the local schools and interview to make a decision on where you want your child to go. Make sure that you're close to the highway and your job or the airport and whatever else is important to you. This is your chance to really get comfortable with your new home and your new hometown. If you do end up deciding to walk away from that house, you now have a few days with your realtor to go and look for some houses for your next offer. Well, those are the 5 steps. I hope you learned a lot. Don't hesitate to leave me a message or give me a call if you have some questions. And if you enjoyed this video, I hope you'll subscribe. And don't forget to check back with me next week. We're going to take a tour of a Del Webb community in Viera.